Hey everybody, I want to give you a quick update on Blue Line RV Adventures before we get into this next video. But first off, before I go too far, I want to apologize. When I first started Blue Line RV Adventures, we were trying to put a video up a week. And that actually worked out, although it was a little bit difficult because it's actually a lot of work. It's not all fun and games when you're trying to edit videos and put them up on YouTube. I mean, sometimes it takes me, depending upon how long the video is, sometimes it takes me as long as half a day or even a full day to edit and get it all in. And again, I'm definitely not anything close to Steven Spielberg, but I try to get the editing and music in and so forth, and it takes a little bit of time. So we tried to put up one a week, and since we've been out here in Arizona, back to our home state, I've fallen way behind. In fact, sometimes it's been one every 2 or 3 weeks, sometimes even one a month. And I'm trying to get caught up on that. So I'm gonna really make a concerted effort to try to go back up to one a week, and maybe if I can, maybe even 2 a week, just to get caught up on the backlog of videos I have, because I do have a fair number of videos I've got to get up. Because as you watch these videos, they were actually made almost a year ago in right now, the next one you're going to see is in Kentucky. So I want to apologize for that. I got lots and lots of videos coming up, and Blue Line RV Adventures is still very active, but I just apologize and not getting them up in as quick as I have in the past. And there's a lot of changes actually coming for Blue Line RV Adventures, but Karen and I think it's actually going to be positive changes. So we'll tell you all about that later on. But I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but that's the Superstition Mountains behind me right there. And yeah, we are in Gold Canyon, Arizona, and again, that's one of the big changes we're going to be talking about later on. But yeah, we still have the RV, we're still RVing and so forth, but we have kind of a home base. And without giving out too many details, there's a lot of other YouTube channels that are RV orientated that are actually getting up a home base as well. If anyone ever watches Keep Your Daydream, they've got a home base up in Flagstaff, Arizona. Less Drunk, More Journeys got a home in Tennessee. Even the Motorhome Experiment is now in Orlando, Florida. And so Blue Line RV Adventures, we kind of have a home base here too, and we are just loving it. But that's part of the reason why I'm behind on videos, so I need to apologize about that. Okay, so for this video, this is going to be a rarity. Usually what we try to do, we try to highlight the positive things that we come across in our adventures and our travels and so forth, and try to tell you where you should go. This is going to be one of the few adventures that me personally, Blue Line RV Adventures, Karen didn't go on this, but I personally would not go back again. I would not recommend it. That is Dinosaur World in Kentucky. I think there's another Dinosaur World owned by the same company in Texas, and although we didn't go to that one, I'm sure it's similar. Again, this is just me, my opinion, but I thought for the amount of money that they're charging and for what you're getting out of it, I didn't think it was worth it. It was just on the ending of COVID. Again, this was filmed probably 8 months or maybe even a year ago, but it was towards the ending of COVID, and there were still a few COVID restrictions out. Not everything was opened up, but they certainly didn't look like they reduced the prices at all, and for what you're getting out of it, it just didn't seem like it. I mean, again, if you've got little kids, 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old kids, and you want to show them a good time, I would almost think that you would have a better time taking them out to see a Disney movie at a cinema and then taking them out to get ice cream later on than the amount of money you're spending at Dinosaur World. I just didn't think it was all that great. I'll get into it in the video, but again, my personal opinion, Dinosaur World, I just want to kind of give everybody a heads up. This is probably going to be kind of a negative video because I just didn't like it. Again, people may love it. They may have been there before in the past. Please put up comments if you think I'm wrong or something like that. So I've been to Dinosaur World and it was a great adventure. Please put that up. I'm not giving the final word or final judgment on Dinosaur World. I'm just saying that from my perspective, and again, sometimes I think my mentality is that of a child. I try to put myself in the shoes of a kid and would I really enjoy this, and I just didn't think I would. And for a parent who's spending a fair amount of money going there, if you've got mom and dad and a couple of kids, I mean, that's a fair amount of money coming out of your wallet for what you're getting. I just didn't think it was worth the bang for the buck. All right, so here we are, Blue Line RV Adventures and Dinosaur World. today we're doing a solo trip to Dinosaur World in Cave City, Kentucky. Now, Karen's not with us today because she's getting her hair done, pedicure, nails done. This is going to be a guy's tour, or probably better, a kid's tour, because I think my IQ up here is a little bit more in line with kids. We're going to go check it out and see the world famous Dinosaur World in Cave City, Kentucky. Got lots of tourists here. We got West Virginia license plates, Kentucky license plates, and state of New York license plates. So we're going to walk down this path here. The greenery of Kentucky. It is so beautiful here. It's a little bit steep actually. If it was raining and you had some slippery shoes on, you'd probably fall. So just be careful. Please stay behind the ropes. So we're going to walk down here. We're going to try to find our first dinosaur. Okay. Oh, here they are. Look like lizards. Diplocolus. It's not dip, it's D. Diplocolus. Let's see. These early amphibians, they kind of look like big salamanders, or somewhat like a salamander. Was not a dinosaur, reaching more than 3 feet in length. The Diplocolus was an inhabitant of lakes and streams where its triangular head may have helped it swim or avoid being eaten. Remains of so many species have been found that scientists believe it must have been fairly common. So like big salamanders. Okay, so I'm not going to go through reading every single one on video, or the video would be 2 hours long. This is a Dimetrodon. It's like a little happy dinosaur. Got some more dinosaurs over here. Liliensternus. I'm going to try to pronounce that one. Massoplon, I can't pronounce that. It's a dinosaur. All right, a couple more ferocious animals here. Got like 2 teeth sticking out. The Lystrosaurus. I've never heard of these things. This sturdy plant-eating animal was not a dinosaur, but a mammal-like reptile. Remains of the Lystrosaurus have been found throughout the southern hemisphere, even in Antarctica. Scientists disagree about how it spent its life, either living most of the time in the water like a hippopotamus, or living mainly on land, burrowing like a tortoise. I've never heard of these creatures. This one kind of reminds me of Barney. But he's not purple. But he reminds me of Barney because it looks like he's about the same size as Barney compared to me. I mean, he looks like he's only about maybe 7 foot tall. Oh, these are, I don't see a sign for this one. I'm sure these are T-Rexes or Allosauruses or whatever. This one's got a longer neck. It's like a big alligator almost with spikes. Okay, and there is a Dinosaur World playground here for kids. A little slide and some things like that. This is not closed. And then I don't know what this is, but oh, you know what? Could be a restroom. Could be a restroom. A restroom with a pterodactyl over it. Although they have restrooms over here. So I don't know what that is. Whatever it is, it's closed. Yeah, so just to wrap it up, on a scale of 1 to 5, I'd give it a 3.5. If you got little kids and you got a few extra dollars and kids are kind of bored and maybe you've already been to a couple of caves in the area and you're still going to spend another night or two here in Cave City, which is actually not a bad community at all. If you're going to come here and have a little bit of extra time on your hands, yeah, it's probably not a bad excursion, but by the time you get mom and dad in there and maybe 2 kids, it's going to be upwards of $50. So is it worth $50 to walk through here? Oof, I don't know. If you've got mom and dad and maybe dad's in the military and he's free and you got 1 kid, maybe a little bit more of a better bargain. But again, if you've got mom and dad and 2 kids and maybe even 3 kids, and then especially if they're going to want a toy at the gift shop or something like that, you're looking probably a minimum of $50. So again, I don't know if it's worth over 50. Prices might be a little bit too high. But anyways, just gonna wrap it up for Blue Line RV Adventures review of Dinosaur World, Kentucky. If you like this video or some of our other videos, don't forget to subscribe to Blue Line RV Adventures. And remember, at Blue Line RV Adventures, we got your 6. May not have your dinosaur, but we got your 6.